right, now I'm gonna show off a little bit. Woo! No, that's not really showing off. I just threw dough in the air. Chef Virginia doll back here. My friends used to call me Virgin for short, but not for long in high school. Just kidding. All right, today I'm gonna show you a little bit about my pizza oven and how cool it is. It's a wood-burning pizza oven. Some people have wood and gas. Some people just have gas. I have wood. I started heating it up about 3 hours ago. The sweet spot that we want for our pizza today that we're going to cook is 550 to 565. So the stone right now is nice and hot. It's at 600. So I'm gonna use my cool utensils to push the ashes and the fire over to the side so I can add in my pizza, because I'm gonna show you guys how to make pizza. I'm gonna show you how to make a cheese pizza when the pizza's right on the stone, and then I'm gonna show you how to make a cheese pizza using a little pizza disc that is easier for the average pizza cooker at home. Okay, let's get started. All right, I'm gonna push this over. Very, very, very carefully push these ashes over. So you want your pizza to cook on the top and as well as on the bottom. Just sticking my hand just like close to this heat right now. It is so freaking hot. That's hot to me. Hot, hot, hot. Like it's very, very hot. I think that's enough to fit a couple pizzas in there, right like that. Now that that's perfect for me, I am going to go inside and get all my ingredients. All right, guys, let's get started with these pizzas. I bought my dough from a gourmet grocery store. I buy it from the bakery. It's probably, the only reason why I did this is because I was lazy and I didn't want to make my dough. So I bought it yesterday and I set it out to get it room temperature a couple hours ago. I sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil. And so now it's nice and perfect. It's room temp, it's ready to rock. Benefits to buying it. You don't have to make it. It's cheaper to make it and less trash when you make it, because these came in, guess what? 4 plastic containers that you would not have and not be putting into the environment if you made it yourself. All right, so see, this is called a belly button test. When you push in the dough and it keeps its belly button, that's when you know it's nice and soft and room temp and ready to rock. Another benefit to making it yourself besides saving money is the bragging rights. Yeah, it's my homemade dough, it's my homemade marinara, it's my homemade mozzarella. Okay, I get it, I got it. But today I'm just gonna show you, I'm keeping it very, very simple. An acronym I like to use, keep it simple. The last letter, I like to be sexy or saucy or whatever kind of word that you want to use that starts with an S. The very first chef that I ever had in culinary school taught me that acronym, and his name is Steve. So it's keep it simple, Steve. The real one is keep it simple, stupid, but we don't like to use that word, stupid. All right, so I am going to make one pizza on this disc. And this disc is a lot easier if you don't really know how to use a pizza peel, pizza peel, pizza peel. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my flour down on my working surface. This is equal parts semolina and all-purpose flour. I'm just gonna get that all over. You want this, you want a perfect amount down in order for the dough not to stick, all right? So now I'm going to start shaping my dough into the shape of a pizza pie, right? Keep it simple and silly. Keep it simple and saucy. All right. So it's you know, I really use that acronym in like everyday life, just keeping things simple. And that's what I'm trying to teach you today, is just simple steps, simple ways to make really likable dishes like cheese pizza. Who doesn't like cheese pizza? Not everybody has a pizza oven. If you make your pizza on this bad boy, just stick it right in the oven, guys. Come on. Don't overthink it. All right, now I'm gonna show off a little bit. Woo! No, it's not really showing off. I just threw dough in the air. All right, so we're stretching the dough. Stretching the dough at my restaurant, we'll have to prepare some of these and stretch them in advance, and then they turn into the word skins. We'll make sheet trays of skins in order to keep up with the rush. And then obviously we won't pre-prepare if we're not that busy. We won't make a bunch of skins. So that's what I call a skin right there. All right, so I'm gonna put the sauce on these, obviously. It is good to dock the pizza dough, but I don't have a docker, and docking is just like this little tool that you use, and it pokes a bunch of little holes in the dough so they don't get huge bubbles. I'm doing this sauce like the most unsatisfying way possible. All right, let me show you the satisfying way, okay? Scoop it in the middle, and then you boom, boom. That's the satisfying way. All right, your crust is going to crust. So what I like to do is I like to get my ingredients pretty much almost to the edge. So there's lots of good bites in there. You're not just ending with this big piece of pizza crust at the end. Okay? I'm moving kind of slow for filming purposes, but you kind of want to move quickly because this dough will start to get really relaxed. And the longer relaxed it is on your surface, the harder it is to peel it off with your pizza peel. What's important with the pizza peel too is you really want the end to be thin. Ooh, that's not good. You know what? I'm gonna have to hammer this flat real quick. That's gonna mess up my dough. I'm using a rubber mallet, but metal one would work better. So you want the end to be super duper flat, because that will. Martha Stewart says, she'll say, oh, you're gonna have problems there. That's gonna have problems. Go ahead, do it, but you're gonna have problems. I love that. All right, let's see if that works. Why do you have a rubber mallet laying around, you ask? Because when you build a fire, you need different size wood to do different things to build your fire. And sometimes my pieces of wood are too big and I have to split them with an axe, but then I've got to hit the axe with a rubber mullet in order to get the wood chipped. So that's why I have these. Important, there's a tool for every job. All right, let's get back to this pizza. All right, guys, you ready? And I hope this is the only take for this because this is all the mozzarella cheese I have. All right. I have mozzarella that I'm adding for the simplicity of this dish today. And I add a tiny bit of Reggiano for the salt. Our mozzarella doesn't really have, in my opinion, a lot of flavor. I mean, it's very, very mild. So I like to add the Reggiano for a little bit of salt. Okay, now for the fun part, guys. You ready? Get that bad boy on there, okay? This is at almost 600 degrees. Every oven has a hot spot. I'm not really sure what my hot spot is. So I'm gonna put one pizza right over here in the corner. All right. If the pizza pill intimidates you, just throw him in there right there, like that. Throw him in the back. All right. right, so this should take about 8 to 10 minutes to cook. I will rotate these pizzas once I see what the fire's doing and where it's going. I see my heat dropping rapidly, so I'm gonna put this lid back on here. While these cook, I'm gonna clean up my mess. All right, so I quickly found out where my hot spot was. It's back in that corner. So I'm not gonna really use that spot a lot because this pizza will burn super duper quickly. So I'm just moving my pizzas around so they cook evenly on all sides. This stone is very, very, very hot. It did drop a little bit in temperature, which is great. It's about at 425 right now. See the top of the pizza's bubbling. The bottom of this pizza is already browning and getting dark. All right, the one that was on the pizza disc cooked a lot faster. All right, and this is the other one. Cooked a little slower. The bottom's a lot darker than this one. All right, let's cut these bad boys up and give them a try. The bottom's a lot crispier on that, but this was a lot easier to get the pizza in and out of the oven. I go like this just to knock off the residual flour that's on the bottom. Okay. Crunch. Crunch. See how there's enough crust on there? You have a lot of toppings, just a little crust. All right. What do you think? A little bit of flour on the bottom. Let's give it a try. It's interesting how this disc really, really protected the bottom of the pie. And on this one, it's a little too dark. We do not use these at my restaurant. We do not use these. But for home, I think I will continue to use these because I gotta be honest with you, okay? I'm gonna just come clean here. It's burnt. It burnt in a matter of 30 seconds. So this was a lot better to use, a lot more forgiving. And yeah, I think that's it. Ready for a pizza party. All right, today I'm gonna show you, I already explained that earlier. You know, I could just go by my initials VD, which aren't really too pleasing because VD's, you know, it's not quite the visual you want to get in your head when keep it simple and stupid. Just kidding, no. I'm gonna put this one somewhere else. Don't cut.